Hi everyone, welcome to your leg stretch session this evening. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Shanice and welcome to Shanice's Yoga at Pure Bliss Wellness. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a leg stretch class, so not a typical yoga class, more based on stretch. Really looking forward to getting our legs, hips and lower back a bit more stretched and open after most of us most likely sitting at our desks or at home a lot more than usual at the moment. A couple of things first. If you're new to YouTube, then welcome. If you're watching this live, I'm obviously, or in all circumstances, I'm unable to see you or hear you. You can hopefully, however, see and hear me. If you need to make any comments throughout the class, there is a live chat to the side. If you are watching this live, by all means, flick comments through to me, say hi, and do what you'd like with that chat there. If you're watching this not at the live timing, then you're welcome to email me if you have any comments or questions. I believe the email is in the description below. Couple of housekeeping rules for the class, for using this as a whole today. A couple of things to help me out. If you haven't already, please clicking the thumbs up sign, which is the little like button nearby, helps to spread our video around to a few more people. And if you haven't already, clicking on the subscribe button as well, which should be a nice big red button somewhere near this video. It helps you get easier access to our videos and also helps to promote our business and share it around a little bit more as well. So I'd really appreciate both of those. And if you would like more class updates and information, then please make sure that you are following us at Pure Bliss Wellness on both Facebook and on Instagram. And finally, all of our classes that we do on this YouTube channel are free and accessible for everybody, which is awesome to be able to offer for you all during this lockdown time. However, if any of you would like to make a voluntary donation, for which of course we would be very, very grateful, the bank account details are below in the description for the video. So obviously under no obligation to do so, but if you would like to donate something, then by all means, please do, and the amount is your choice. Okay, a little bit more about this class this evening. If you would like to, you are welcome to grab something along the lines of a bath towel, a scarf or a belt to help you with doing more for your stretching. Now, you don't have to have any form of equipment with you today. We can do this purely just on our own, but that is for variations if you would like it while we are going along. I'm going to be doing this class next week as well, so you may find that you'll start working out different props that you can be using from around your house to help you deeper if you would like. And then obviously if you have yoga blocks and straps, by all means use those. But your replacements for those are, like I said, scarf, belt or bath towel. And then for a yoga block, a replacement like a book or a plastic container, or even using furniture around you to help steady yourself as well. All of those are really good options. How we're going to structure today's class, we're going to start with a little bit more of a warm-up / workout. We are unable to stretch muscle until it is warm. So we are going to spend the first little part of this class making sure that our legs and hips especially are nice and warm. And then we're going to move into more of a stretch component from there, and I'll give you variations as we go. You may want to keep a pillow or, like I said, a bath towel nearby to help cushion your knees at some point as we go through these as well. So keep everything nearby. Rather have more things than you need than not enough, and you can play with what you need as you go through the class. So we're going to get started, and if anyone is joining us later, they can join in when they're ready. Also keeping water nearby, and I'm unable to play music from my end, so feel free to pop some nice music on, something with a little bit of a beat that's going to get you dancing and singing, that is going to distract your brain from the pain of stretching very tight legs and hamstrings, whatever you would like to choose. All right, and then when you're ready, let's get everybody over onto their mat / their space, and I'm going to do the same thing, and hopefully, yes, I should set that up so you can see me. Perfect. So how we're going to start the class is by doing a good old squats to get our legs nice and warm. We're doing our squats to start with. We're going to keep our feet and ankles underneath our hips rather than taking them too wide. So feet underneath hips. And a couple of things first. When we squat back, we really want to be pushing the butt back and squeezing through the glutes as we come back up. Not doing any of this as it doesn't get into those muscles properly. So really trying to stick your butt back and then really trying to squeeze up. The more weight you can put through your heels, the more tension and tightness you're going to get into your glutes, and you will feel this in your quads as well. So starting with feet underneath your hips for me, what we're going to do is 10, not 5, 10 squats. On the last one, we're then going to hold it for a pulse of 10, and then we're going to hold it still and down low for the count of 10, and then slowly come up. All right, I'll count you through that as well. So feet underneath hips. Let's get going. We go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep squeezing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. Very good, and give your legs a shake. We're going to do that again. Same thing, squeezing through those glutes. When you're ready, we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. Well done. Give your legs a bit of a shake. I'm just going to open my window for me as well. All right, you do want to make sure that you have a nice warm room when you're doing your stretching, because the warmer we can get the body, the better it will help to stretch as well. You do also need airflow though. All right, this time we're going to take our feet closer together than hip width apart. This is going to change how our muscles are working. Same thing, 10 squats, 10 pulse, 10 hold. When you're ready, we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. Very good. Give those legs a shake. You're welcome to make funny faces. I probably will through today's class as well. They can be quite sore. Same again. Keeping the feet in that same position, nice and narrow. We go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. Well done. Give those legs a shake. All right, we're then going to take the feet nice and wide this time. We're going to do a slightly different squat, so I'm going to show you first. This time, keeping the feet wide. When we squat down, this time we're not sticking the butt back. This time we're trying to keep our tailbone tucked under and really trying to come down as if we're between two sheets of glass and the body shouldn't touch it. Really squeezing through the glutes to try to keep the tailbone tucked and the knees out. So keep the feet nice and wide, feet to 45 degrees. Same thing, 10, 10, and 10. Let's go. 10, 9, nice and slow, really squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it down and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, coming up. Woo. Give those legs a shake, take a big breath. We're going to do one more round, then we'll take a break, take a drink of water, and do a couple more different ones. Feet nice and wide, 45 degrees. When you're ready, we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep that tailbone tucked. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it down and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you'd like to, take a bend forward, let your head relax, move your hips a little bit. Very good, gently bending the knees, slowly rolling up. Take a drink of water if you'd like one. I'm going to grab one myself. Very good. All right, I hope everyone is feeling nice and warm there. If we're not, I'm a little bit worried. Our legs should be feeling at least a bit warmer than they were. We're going to change this up now and do a slightly different move. This one is called a froggy. How we go is putting our feet underneath our hips. We're going to take our elbows to our knees, hands together. It's going to seem very strange, okay? We're going to straighten the legs, take the hands down towards the floor and try to lift your sitting bones up. And then we're going to squat down, trying to take our glutes as low as we can. Change your feet around if you need to. We're going to do 10 of these and then hold and pulse, and I'll instruct you through. So when you're ready, we straighten and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it down and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And straighten and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Relax your hands down. Let your head relax. Move your legs and knees around if you need. All right, we're then going to do that again. So bending the knees, elbows to your knees, trying to keep your elbows on your knees the entire time. When you're ready, we straighten and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it down, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Very good. All right, slowly rolling back up. Feel free to take a drink of water if you'd like one. We're then going to take the feet nice and wide again, and we're going to be coming into a side lunge here just to get the sides of our glutes a bit more warmed up. How this looks is taking the feet as wide as you feel comfortable. We're going to come down, up, down, and up. We're going to do 6 of those each way. Then if you would like to, for the final 6, you can stay low as you go across. So this just helps you squeeze through the glutes a little bit more. So when you're ready, we go down to one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going low if you'd like. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold in the middle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Straighten the legs, bending forward. Very good. All right, we're going to come down onto our hands and knees now. Keep your water nearby. All right, coming onto our hands and knees, I'm just going to bring myself a little bit further away from the wall. All right, let's just get that spine moving a little bit here. We're going to breathe in to lift the gaze forward. Drop your chest and lift the sitting bones up. Exhale around, tucking your tailbone under, lifting up through your shoulder blades. Inhale, looking forward, drop the chest and belly. Exhale around. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Coming back to neutral. We're going to do nice big circles for the body now. So dropping the chest, take it out to one side, rounding up as we take it to the other side. We drop the chest again. Carrying on round in your own time. Just really letting the spine move and letting your head move with it. And gently circling the opposite way. And then gently coming back to neutral. All right, we're going to come into a little bit more of a workout for those legs. This is coming into what's called your donkey kicks and your fire hydrants. So we're going to start with our donkey kicks first. What this is squeezing through the core so the back stays nice and flat. We're going to lift one leg, kick it back, bring it in, kick it back, and bring it in. And when we kick it back, we don't want to open through the hips. We want to stay square to the floor and really lift through your glute, trying to lift that bit higher. We're going to do 10 kicks and then 10 pulses. So those pulses when we're at the top, trying to lift it that bit higher each time. When you're ready, right leg first, we lift back and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put it down. Give your hips a little bit of a move. And we're going to come to the opposite side. We lift back and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Very good. Give your hips a little bit of a move again. All right, this time we're going to do it by going out to the side. Facing you here. We're going to be lifting our leg to the side, trying to keep our knee and our ankle in line, not doing this as we lift. That's cheating. Trying to lift the knee up as high as you can. Keeping that core nice and strong, we're going to go 10 lifts and 10 pulse. When you're ready, we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Give your hips a bit of a move. Same to the other side. I'm just going to move out a little bit here. Other side, when you're ready, we lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it down. Very good. Quick break. Take your knees nice and wide, toes together, sinking down into your child's pose here. Got a bit of cramp in my foot. Completely normal if you're doing the same thing. So letting your forehead relax down, arms nice and long forward, but shoulders down and away from your ears. Taking some nice big breaths. Feel free to let those exhales go through an open mouth, really letting go. And if you want to stretch out your shoulders a little bit, interlacing your hands behind your back, hands up to the ceiling, and gently rocking from side to side. When you're ready, letting go of your hands, taking them back out to your child's pose, and holding for a nice big breath. Very good. When you're ready, gently coming back up to your tabletop. Knees underneath hips and wrists underneath shoulders. I'm going to check the time here as well. Perfect. All right, so this time we're going to do a similar thing, but keeping our legs straight. How this is going to look is coming here and lifting. You're going to feel this uses slightly different muscles and is going to get a little bit warmer in those legs. So 10 lifts, 10 pulse. Straightening your right leg, core nice and strong. When you're ready, we lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Very good. Going to the opposite side, left leg straight. And we lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Cramping my foot at the end. Very good. All right, we're then going to come into our side one this time. How this is going to look is similar to what we were just doing with lifting our bent knee to the side. But we're going to take our hands a bit further over so that we're in like a tripod shape here. Knee in between both hands. We're going to straighten one leg. Keeping our core nice and strong, we're going to be trying to lift from here. You may find that your leg can't lift very high. That is perfectly okay. And if you cramp, take a moment and draw it back in when you can. When you're ready, making that tripod shape, straightening your leg, and squeezing that core, and we lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put it down. No pulse. No pulse, that would be sore. Coming to the other side, straightening that leg, making that tripod with your hands and your knee. Squeezing nice and strong through the glutes, through your core, and we lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, putting it down, very good. All right. We're then going to sit down. Take our legs in front of us, and then take them nice and wide. All right. Here, trying to have it so that our hips are hinged forward rather than sinking back into them. So try to push your sitting bones back as far as you can. We're then going to engage through our legs, really squeezing through your quads, and trying to point both feet. All right. This one is also quite a cramper. If you are cramping quite commonly, then take it nice and gently. Sorry, words trying to fail me. Take it nice and gently, and if you need to take a moment in between, you can. And if you need to, you can bring your leg in a little bit closer as well, just to take the stress off of the hips. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, take our hands over our left leg, squeezing through your quads, really trying to lift your kneecap up towards you and down into the floor at the same time. Squeezing those legs. When you're ready, we're lifting this leg straight 5 times. We go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that's cruel to do after I've made you do all the others. Other side. 5 times. Try not to sink back too much. Try to really use that core. When you're ready, we lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, cramp at the end. Very good. We're then going to come into using both legs at the same time. 3 times if we can. If you want to do 5, go for it. Really trying to squeeze through your core. Imagine lifting your pelvis up towards your chest and trying not to sink back into your back too much. 3 times. Point those feet, squeeze those legs. We lift. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Down. Taking your hands to your legs or to your feet if you can reach, and then we're going to push the chest forward, just stretching a bit through those hamstrings. Oh, very good. Lovely. Bringing those legs back together. Give them a little bit of a shake. Take a nice big drink of water as well. Important to keep drinking water even when we're stretching. All right, now if there are people that have joined us a little bit later than the beginning, please make sure that you are nice and warm before you start stretching. Feel free to do a few extra squats or something in the corner. I obviously can't keep you accountable, but really need to make sure that our muscles are warm before we try to stretch, and that goes for anybody watching this video. So please take it gently if you don't feel warm yet. We're going to come into a little bit of stretch for our hamstrings to start. So this is when we can start using our equipment from around the house if you would like to. I'm going to have everything near me so that I can show you some different variations. What we're going to be coming into is straightening one leg ahead of us and bending the other leg. So pick a leg. I'm doing right leg first, and the other leg bent and out to the side. Pulling those toes up towards us and holding nice and tight through that quad, relax through the hamstring. Now, in order for our hamstrings to relax, we need our quads to turn on, hence why I get you to do lots of squats and things at the beginning is to turn them on. So we're going to use that as we stretch into this today. So let's interlace our hands in front of us and see how this feels first. We're going to take a nice big breath in. Then as we breathe out, we're going to bend forward, trying to get our stomach to our thigh and trying to kiss our toes. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, bending forward again. Try to keep that bottom leg straight. One more time. Breathing in and breathing out. Very good. Coming up and relaxing here. Now we're going to do a full forward bend here for those that want to. And this is when you can use your extra props. So if you want more of a challenge, something like a block, a pillow, or even a towel rolled up can give you a little bit of extra height. This helps you to really straighten through your leg and have a bit more space and really get into that hamstring. If you don't have much flexibility and you want to be able to pull yourself a bit deeper, this is when you can use something like a towel, a scarf, or a belt. We wrap it around the bottom of our foot and use it to pull ourselves a bit deeper here as well. So feel free to grab anything that you feel you need. Otherwise, we're just going to use our body and our hands, and it's perfectly fine. So, same feeling again. Let's take an inhale, swoop the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to reach forward, coming to halfway, keeping that bottom leg straight, stomach to your thigh. Taking a nice big breath. Breathing out, try to reach a bit further. Very good. Breathing in. Then we breathe out to let your head and hands relax wherever they may fall, just gently warming up the hamstrings first. If you're able to grab onto your foot, then using this to gently pull you a bit deeper. If you have a block or something underneath your foot, feel free to try to reach for the end of it and pull yourself deeper. Or if you're using something around your foot, use that to pull you a bit deeper. Now, it's not just pulling on your foot, it's also pulling with your body. Let's take some nice big breaths here. If you're able to get your stomach to your thigh, then trying to get your chest to your thigh, keeping that bottom leg as straight as you can. Good. Holding for one more breath. And then you're going to slowly breathe in to slowly roll up, swooping your arms up, and breathing out, bringing them down beside you, and swapping the legs over. You may find that one side feels different to the other. That's perfectly okay as well. Pulling those toes up, interlace your hands in front of you. Taking a nice big breath in. Breathing out, pulling yourself down. Very good. Breathing in. Breathing out, pulling down. Good again. Breathing in. Breathing out. Very good. Breathing in, coming up, swoop the arms up. Then breathing out, reaching forward halfway. Good. Keep straightening that bottom leg. Really pull those toes up towards you. Breathing in again. Breathing out, reach a little bit more. Breathing in and breathing out, letting your head and hands relax. Taking a few nice big breaths here and see how one side feels different to the other for you. Feel free to use any of those props. Modify it for yourself, just giving you the basics. And trying to keep your back as straight as you can. I know a lot of people that are up here, and that is okay. Really want you to try to push your chest forward though, so that we're pushing the hips back, chest forward. This helps you to get a bit more of a stretch rather than just sitting here. I know for some that can be quite uncomfortable and quite difficult, and that's okay. Take it gently. Lovely, taking a few nice big breaths. If you'd like to, even let your eyes close. And hold for a couple more breaths here. Good, and then when you're ready, we inhale to slowly roll up, sweep the arms up. And breathing out, arms alongside you. Taking both legs straight, take your arms back behind you and just gently lifting your chest up, looking up to the ceiling. Feel free to move your body a bit from side to side. Good, and then coming back to normal. We're going to now do both legs nice and straight. So you are welcome to, use the block or use the towel. Mainly making sure that your hips are hinged back, pulling your feet up. Interlace your hands. We're going to do it 3 times. Breathing in, breathing out, pulling as much as you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Very good. Breathing in, coming up, sweep the arms up. And then breathing out, reaching forward halfway. Breathing in. Breathing out, reach that bit more. Breathing in. Breathing out, let your head and hands relax. Even if you're up here, trying to get your stomach and chest forward. Really trying to engage through those legs. And we're going to hold this one for a little bit of time and give you something to think of here. With every inhale, I want you to imagine that you're inflating your hamstrings on the back of your legs like a balloon, creating space. Then on your exhale, use that space. Imagine it pushing you that bit deeper. Stomach to thigh, chest to thigh, trying to kiss your toes. Breathing in, inflate those muscles. Breathing out, use it to sink a bit deeper. We're then going to move the knees, keeping the body where it is, bending one knee at a time. And then breathing out, straighten both legs and see if you can bend a bit further forward. Doing that again if you found that helpful, keeping your body where it is, bending one knee at a time. And breathing out, straighten both legs and bend forward a bit more. Very good. Taking some nice big breaths. Modify it how you like. If there was a particular way you found helpful for you, keep doing it. We're just going to hold for 2 more breaths. Very good. And then we gently breathe in to slowly roll up. Sweep the arms up. Then breathing out, taking them back behind you, lifting your chest up to the ceiling. If you need to, you can lift your pelvis off of the floor as well. And gently rock it side to side. Relaxing down, coming back to neutral. Very good. Take a nice big drink of water. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Feel free to come to child's pose as well if you find that more comfortable. Okay, perfect. We're going to come into a little bit of a different flow for our stretching now. This is where you may find that having furniture around you or a chair or something is quite helpful if you don't have a block or a book or something that you can lean on. But you can completely use the floor and still get the most out of this. So we're going to start with bringing our right foot forward, coming into a lunge. So we want to make sure that the left knee is in line with your hip so that it's not underneath you or out to the side, in the same line as your hip, but then nice and far back. We then want the right ankle to be nice and far in front of the right knee so that we have somewhere to drop our hips. Now the block or book or container is just to have on your left hand side underneath your left hand to keep your body up. You are more than welcome though to use a wall, a chair, or even the floor, just trying to keep your back up as much as you can and chest forward. So taking whichever variation you like, we're going to take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to sink your hips forward and down. What we're trying to do here is stretch the front of this left hip. And if you can imagine that hip pulling over the front of that joint. So if your body is like this, it's going to close that angle on your left side. I know you can't see my left hip from here. When we then open it, we try to bring the body back, lift up, and the more you lift up and look forward or up, the more stretch you'll feel into that left hip. So let's just hold here for a few breaths and see how that feels for you. Modify it if you need, and this is when you're welcome to use the pillow or blanket underneath your back knee if you find this uncomfortable on the floor. And with each breath out, we're trying to sink our hips a little bit more forward and a little bit more down. And feel free to shuffle that front foot a bit further forward as well. Now with your hands, if you don't have props around you to help, you're welcome to bring both hands to your knee. Or you can take both hands onto your pelvis and use that to sink yourself a bit deeper. Those take a bit of balance. So please take it gently. Good. Taking another nice big breath. Sink those hips a little bit more. Very good. We're then going to remove any blocks that we're using. Take our hands down to the floor and tuck your back toes. Taking a nice big breath in. We're then going to breathe out to rock back, straightening our front leg, and our hips are going to come back slightly so that they are now over our knees, so that we're not here. We're nice and supported over that back knee. And this front leg is nice and straight. The toes are pulling up towards us, and same thing like when we were sitting down on the floor. We're trying to kiss our toes, stomach to thigh, and really letting this hip push back, feeling that hamstring. Taking some nice big breaths, inflating that hamstring with every inhale and sinking into it on every exhale. Feel free to move a little bit if you need to. Feel free to bend your knee a little bit and then straighten it again. Just listen to what your body feels it likes. Taking a couple more breaths. And on your next breath in, we're going to gently rock forward into that lunge that we were just doing. So untucking your back toes, feel free to bring your props back in, lifting the body up and sink the pelvis a bit lower. You may find you're able to walk that front foot a bit further forward this time, now that we're gently opening everything and sinking down a little bit more. Depending how much you're wanting to get out of your stretch, you can really work with your breath to help you get a little bit deeper. If you're holding here and you're not moving anywhere, that's of course going to be stretching a little bit, but you can get a lot more out of it. So with every exhale, we should be able to sink a little bit more, even if it's by a millimeter, even if it's moving your foot slightly. If you want to get more out of it, use your breath. Really feel free to let those breaths go through an open mouth. We hold a lot of emotional tension in our hips as well, so we often find that we just want to let go of that breath while we stretch. Taking a couple more breaths. Good. We're then going to remove those props. Take your hands down to the floor. And we're going to take our stomach to our thigh this time at the front, keeping that front knee bent. This time when we rock back, we're going to try to keep our stomach attached to our thigh for as long as you can. You're going to find that this helps to stretch you a bit more. So we're going to take a big breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to rock back, keeping stomach to thigh. You can bring that heel back again so that you're supported over your back knee, keeping your stomach to your thigh. Even if you're here, really trying to straighten that leg as much as you can, squeezing through those muscles. If you can, go the whole way, straightening that leg, stomach to thigh, breathing. Make funny faces, dance, sing if you've got music on, do whatever you need to make it easier for yourself. Good, taking a couple more breaths, really squeeze. If you feel it better now to straighten your leg and not have your stomach on your thigh, that's okay. Otherwise, keeping stomach to thigh for one more breath. Very good. Then breathing in, gently rocking forward into that lunge. And then we breathe out to rock back again. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Very good. Then rocking forward to your lunge and bringing your ankle so that it is underneath your knee this time, nice and supported. Hands to the floor, tucking your back toes, and we're going to straighten that back leg so the knee is off of the floor. Just a little bit to open the back here. We're going to plant the left hand down and take an inhale to lift the right arm up, a nice gentle twist. Exhale, right hand to the inside of your right foot, engage your core, and take an inhale, left arm lifts up. Exhale, left hand down, one hand to either side of your foot. Very good. We're then going to inhale to step the front foot to the back, high plank. And then exhale to push straight back to your downward facing dog and gently walking your dog, bending one knee at a time and just moving that right hip around or left hip, whatever you feel you need to. If you don't want to be in your downward facing dog, you're welcome to come to your tabletop on hands and knees and move your hips around this way instead. And if you're in your downward facing dog, gently making your way back down to your tabletop, taking the knees nice and wide, toes together, sinking down. Take a moment in your child's pose, a nice big breath. Very good. Then taking a breath in, walking your hands in towards your body. And then exhale to swing your legs around and take a nice big drink of water. I'm going to close this again because now it's getting cold. Summer is slowly making its way back. I can't wait. All right, taking a drink if you haven't already. We're then going to go into the opposite side so that we don't feel lopsided. All right, so getting those blocks again if you would like to, or whatever prop you are using. We're going to take left foot forward this time. Making sure that right knee is in line with your hip, but nice and far back. And the left ankle, move that out of your way, sorry. Left ankle is nice and far forward from your knee, so that you've got somewhere to sink. That block or prop is going to come into underneath your right hand so that your body can come up, or if you need to, hands are just on the floor, that's absolutely fine, keeping the body up as much as you can. And we're just going to hold here for a couple of breaths, so taking a nice big breath in. We're then going to breathe out to sink those hips forward and down. Very good. Now I'm just going to move this block to one side so you can see what I'm meaning here. So this is the muscle that we're trying to stretch at the front of our hip. And if you can imagine, it is over this front joint. So if we're sitting like this, that's when I was mentioning that it is closed. There's no tension through that muscle. Whereas if we pull back and up, that muscle gets stretched over the front of that joint. Imagine trying to push the hips forward and down. You should be able to feel it a lot more in the front of that hip. So holding here, shuffling that front foot forward a bit more if you feel you need to. You may find one side is different to the other. This side is always tighter on me. Beautiful. We're just sinking that bit more, letting the body let go. Good. Remembering that while you're here, you're welcome to take both hands to your knee or hands to your pelvis to gently sink your hips and pelvis a bit lower, but that uses a bit of balance. So take your time, engage your core, but use your props around you if you've got them. Good. Really breathing in, breathing out, sinking a bit more. Should have started us on this side. I feel that a lot of us are probably a lot tighter on this side. Some of us might not be. It's often the side that we're a bit tighter on. Good, taking a couple more breaths. Lovely, taking your hands down to the floor, tucking your back toes. We're going to take a big inhale, and then an exhale to rock back, straightening that front leg, letting your heel come far back so that your hips are over your knee. And don't worry about stomach to thigh for now, we're just seeing how this side feels. So feel free to move it a little bit if you need to. Move it around a little bit if you need to so you can settle in. Really trying to push that left hip back, leg straight, and trying to kiss your toes. And every breath in, we inflate that hamstring. And every breath out, we use the space, sink a bit more, keeping that bottom leg as straight as you can. Your muscles should be squeezing. Even though we're stretching, it's very active. You have to squeeze that quad for your hamstrings to relax. And we're taking a couple more breaths here. We're then going to breathe in to gently rock forward, coming back into that lunge. Use your props again if you'd like. Shuffling the front foot forward, untuck your back toes, shuffle a little bit if you need to, and then sink those hips forward and down. Should feel a little bit more open this time. So sinking a bit deeper if you can. Even though the bottom half of us is working quite strong, try to let the top half of you relax. Don't want to have your shoulders up by your ears. Letting them relax. This should be nice and loose. All the tension should be in these hips, trying to squeeze as we relax other muscles. A little bit of back and forth. Oh, I don't know about you, but this side is very tight on me today. And I can't play music, so for those of you that are playing music, I'm very jealous. We're taking a couple more breaths. Very good, and gently letting your hands come to the floor, removing the block, tucking your back toes, and take your stomach to your thigh this time. Breathing in, and then breathing out to keep your stomach attached to your thigh. Bring the heel back if you need to. Drawing my mat here. Try to get your stomach to your thigh, keep it on there for as long as you can. If you get to here and that's as far as you can go, stay there. Really try to squeeze those muscles trying to straighten your leg more. Good. Taking some nice big breaths. Let those exhales go through an open mouth. Stomach to thigh, chest to thigh, kissing your toes. Taking a couple more, breathing in, breathing out. Last one. Lovely. Then we're going to breathe in, come forward into that lunge, nice and gently. Breathing out, rocking back. Breathing in, rocking forward. Breathing out, rocking back. Good. Then breathing in, rocking forward, and breathing out to bring your ankle underneath your knee. Hands to the floor and straightening that back leg. When you're ready, we plant the right hand down. Take an inhale, left arm lifts up to the ceiling. Exhale, left hand to inside of left foot. And we inhale, squeeze, right hand up. Exhale, right hand down, one hand to either side of your foot. And then you're going to inhale to step the front foot to the back, high plank. And exhale to push back to your downward facing dog and gently walking your dog again, moving that hip around. Getting some movement back into those legs. All right, and then gently coming down to the floor. Knees as wide, toes together, sinking down. Oh, hello. Child's pose. And then walking your hands in towards your body. And holding, swinging your legs around, and take another nice big drink of water. All right, God, that hour went very quickly today. We're going to do a little bit for, we're going to come into, a pose called our froggy pose now, just to help the hips a little bit more. And then we're going to finish in our pigeon, which a lot of people really love for stretching out their glutes. Might be quite tight for you, so take this nice and gently and see how they both feel. But we're going to come into froggy first. So what this is taking our knees as wide as you can now and keeping your ankles in line with your knees. So really shuffle them out as much as you can. Then we're going to come down onto our forearms, holding here. Now I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see the movement that we're going to be doing here, but keeping those legs nice and wide, ankles in line with knees, and forearms down. All right, we're going to take a breath in to rock our weight over towards our hands. And then breathing out, rocking back, taking your pelvis as far back as you feel comfortable, but it's probably going to get quite tight. Then going to breathe in, rocking forward. Breathing out, rocking back. Then you're welcome to continue moving with your breath. Or if you would like to, you can stay where it's particularly tight for you. And hold here with your breath, similar to the other poses where we breathe in to try to inflate that muscle and breathe out to see if we can sink back a little bit more, aiming our pelvis back towards our heels. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. I always get amazed with just how much this one can be quite uncomfortable. In a good way. In a good way. Taking a couple more breaths, breathing in, breathing out. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. And gently coming back to neutral, coming back up to your hands, and slowly walking your knees back together. Sitting down, taking the soles of your feet together, knees out to the side. And feel free to give your legs a little bit of a flutter or a bit of a move. All right, very good. Then taking your legs straight, give them a move again. We're going to come into this pigeon pose now. So coming into our tabletop, wrists underneath shoulders and knees under hips. I'm going to show you a variation if you have any knee issues here where you can do this where it's not so deep on your knee. But showing you this variation first, we're taking our right knee behind our right wrist and our right heel so it's in front of our left leg. I'm going to show you from the front as well. Starting in that tabletop, right knee behind right wrist and then right heel in front of the left leg so it's on an angle. Okay, holding here. We're then going to sink down into our hips and check that back leg to make sure it's straight back behind you. Now, if you have blankets, towels, blocks, pillows, you're welcome to put this underneath your right hip if you want some support. Otherwise, more of a stretch will come with no block underneath it. And if you want more stretch, you bring this foot up so that the shin is more parallel to the top of the mat. But we're trying to keep our hips in the middle, not sunk onto one side. So please don't push yourself too much. We're going to take a breath in to walk our hands in towards us and look up. We're then going to breathe out to slowly walk our hands forwards, relaxing our head down to the floor. If you can't reach the floor, one fist on top of the other and let your head relax onto it. Otherwise, relaxing your head down and taking some nice big breaths. Now, if this is too much on your knee, a variation for you is to roll down onto your back instead. Knees bent. We take the right ankle to the left knee drops out to the side. Interlace the hands behind the left thigh. And as we breathe out, we pull that left thigh in towards us more and imagine pushing the right knee away. That will get into that same muscle there. So feel free to take whichever variation suits you best. And coming back into that pigeon pose here, for those that are there, we're just going to take some big breaths here. This one feels particularly uncomfortable for you, maybe more due to posture than anything through our working day, as in anyone who sits at a desk or particularly truck drivers, things like that, that are sitting for prolonged periods of time. This stretch can be really quite tight for them because those glute muscles are getting so tight. So I see this very commonly in people that work at a desk. So you're welcome to bring this into your day if you do sit at a desk, and particularly more so in lockdown now, where you can do this or variations of this throughout your day or when you get to the end of your day, just to help be a little bit kinder to your glutes after sitting on them all day. And taking one more big breath here. And then you're going to gently come back up onto our hands, tucking your back toes. If you would like, you can push back to your downward facing dog or just coming to your tabletop onto your hands and knees and just moving your hips from side to side here. You're seeing what your body feels it needs. Nice big circles as well. Then gradually making your way back to your normal tabletop. We're going to come into the opposite side. Left knee behind left wrist, left heel in front of the right leg, and sinking down into that leg. Making sure the back leg is nice and straight, and walking those hands in towards us. Take a nice big breath in, and breathing out, walking the hands further forward, relaxing yourself down to the floor, fists on top of one another if you need to, and finding your comfortable spot. And if you were doing this lying on your back, then you're welcome just to gently swap sides. And holding here for a nice few big breaths in your own time. I'll leave you to yourselves for this one. Try and keep your mind as present in this moment as you can. Try not to let it start up with to-do lists or anything that is waiting for you after this class. Just let yourself enjoy this time. If you've got music playing, listen to what is happening in the sounds. If you don't have music playing, either listen to what's happening around you or feel what's happening around you. And just try to soak up this moment and what's happening for you now for a few more breaths. And slowly taking one more nice big breath. And your next inhale, walking your hands in towards you, tucking your toes, pushing back to your downward facing dog or just to your tabletop. And moving your hips from side to side. You're in a nice big circle, moving your hips however you'd like. And slowly making your way back down to your tabletop and taking the knees wide, toes together, sinking down into your child's pose. On your next breath in, walking your hands in towards your body. So you're sitting up on your heels, bringing your knees together, swooping the arms up. And exhale, hands into prayer, heart center, or just down to your lap. Breathing in, open the arms, lifting your chest up. Exhale to round, give yourself a big hug. Inhale, bring the spine up, swoop your arms all the way up. Exhale to turn to your left, looking back behind you. Inhale to the middle. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, left hand beside you. Inhale to the middle. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the middle, either holding here or exhale to gently bend back, open your arms. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands in front of you, gently bending forward, letting your head relax. And inhale to gently come up, swooping your arms up. And exhale, hands into prayer, heart center. Thank you very much, everybody. Well done for making it through your class. Feel free to give your legs a little bit of a shake. Take a nice big drink of water. And I'm going to leave you with that for the rest of your day. Come a little bit closer here. I hope you've enjoyed your class. Hope that you feel a little bit more stretched, a little bit more relaxed after that. And I look forward to seeing you at another class, hopefully very soon. If you are on here with me live, we have another class starting at 7:15, our Vinyasa Yoga class. Very nice to complement the two together. They work very well. So feel free to join me for another class in about 15 minutes. But for those of you not watching this live, feel free to have a look through our other videos, or I look forward to seeing you at another class very soon. Thank you very much, everybody. Namaste, and have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you very much.